Ros Pomeroy has worked in the UK, mainland Europe, and Asia Pacific in a variety of areas, including sales, business strategy, and most recently, human resources and change management. She specializes in executive coaching and change leadership in both the public and private sectors. Ros, how typical are the merger problems faced by these companies?
I think they are fairly typical. The complaints that we've seen from the Asia entertainment staff, anything from what is the overall strategy of this business now to the cook, the Australian cook, and complaints about the catering, I think are real and they are understandable. They're understandable because there are people in the business who feel out of control of the change that is taking place. I think also it's easy to blame the difference in national culture in this example on the problems that are being faced. But in fact, in my experience, although differences like this can make the situation worse, most companies, when they try to merge, will meet resistance. And often they will underestimate the level of resistance that they find.
How reasonable are the complaints from Asia Entertainment?
I think they are entirely reasonable. The complaints and issues are real to those people, and they will behave accordingly. So often when people feel concerned by change, it will affect adversely, badly, the performance of the organisation as a whole. It often can be the case, in my experience, that senior managers get very frustrated with this. They can't understand why people are not just understanding what's happening and getting on with it, if you like. But it is possible to overcome resistance. Resistance to change is natural, but there are things that the management team could do to make a difference and overcome that resistance. In fact, I would say that the best managers will actively seek the sort of complaints and listen to them and understand them as a way of helping to overcome them. And the worst situation is really if management ignores it all, assumes that nothing is happening, doesn't listen, and pretends that all is well, when in fact things really aren't well at all.
How would you advise the management to improve the situation?
Well, I think the management can do many things to improve the situation, but I think there are three particularly important ones. First one is communication. Second one is about clarity of the benefits of the merger. And the third one is about involving employees. So the first one, communication. I think the management team have to build trust. They need to be seen to be honest. They need to be involving people in their communication. By that I mean listening to what people have to say and being seen to listen. The second point, which is about clarity, I think always in change, it has to be clear to all and inspiring to all what the change is for. What is this merger for? What will people benefit from if it goes through in the way the management team want? And that's not just the financial benefit for the company, but sometimes some very tangible, specific things that will be good for each individual employee. And the final thing is involvement. And I think now is the time for the management team to get groups of employees together in working parties, in working groups, maybe mixing people from the acquired company and the parent company together and asking them to come up with their own solutions to the issues that currently exist. And that way, I think they stand a chance of making the integration a success.